Today I am answering one of your art questions about improving your artwork. Well, that seems like a broad enough subject. Hi, I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. Isaiah writes, I find myself able to make pretty impressive, in my view, drawings and paintings at a small scale done fairly quickly. I've got a good grasp of composition, contrast, blah, blah, blah. What I have trouble with is transitioning from a solid base drawing at a large scale to a fully finished, realistic piece. I can draw a very accurate underdrawing and understand the shapes involved to do speed paint versions of coloring painting on top, but I always have trouble getting from that point to a high-level finished product. The real question, any tips on going from a basic quick painting drawing to a highly refined finished drawing? I love this question so much because I think it's one so many people struggle with. And the answer is super simple. Patience and time. That's too simple of an answer. Well, let me explain. About 10 years ago, I was doing graphite portraits that looked like this. I sold them for about $65, $45, I forget what it was, not much. So I only was going to put about 45 minutes to an hour max into a sketch like this. I mean, yeah, you can tell that it's an Italian Greyhound. Actually, that was studio assistant number 1 when she was a puppy, but it wasn't super realistic. I mean, I was only giving myself 45 minutes to an hour to finish something of this size. It's about an 8 by 10 to finish something at that size. One day I was looking around at other artists' websites. I don't even think I was looking to find a pet portrait artist specifically. I was looking at artists' websites to figure out what I liked and disliked so I could improve on my own website. And I came across another pet portrait artist whose work looked like photographs. They were amazing, and I looked at that and thought, wow, that is really what I'd rather my work look like, because that doesn't look like a photograph. Nothing I had ever done in graphite really looked like a photograph. I was both inspired and kind of confused with why hers looked like how did she do that? That's incredible. After a bit of contemplating, I realized there's no reason my work couldn't look like that, but I needed to spend more time. I could draw, that wasn't the problem, but I wasn't moving past that rushed level of work. So now this next piece I'm going to show you is actually 2 years older than the first one I showed you. The work that I was doing at that time frame really still was at about the same level as the one I just showed you. I just can't find any photos of more recent ones, but they all pretty much look the same. So when I had that epiphany of, wow, I just need to spend more time, this is what I created. That's a really big difference. I mean, night and day. You would never guess it was the same artist, and the only difference was I spent more time. I took my time. I put about 8 hours into this piece, and now I may even put more into it. And I've improved my graphite skills over the years. This one's from, I believe, 2008. So it is an older piece, and I have improved. So with time, you're going to improve anyway. But the problem that I was having is what you're having. I wasn't moving beyond that rush look, that quick sketch. I could draw. That wasn't the problem. I was rushing it. Now, one of the things that I do to get myself to spend a little bit more time sitting still at the easel or the drawing board is to listen to audiobooks. I feel like I shouldn't have an Audible ad here, but I listen to audiobooks, and if I can get lost in another world, lost in that story, I am much more likely to sit still for longer without getting antsy and be like, I don't want to work on this anymore, I want to go do something else. So that's kind of my little tip for sitting still longer, but telling myself I'm going to spend 8 hours on this instead of 45 minutes, that made all the difference in the world. Spending time slowing down and just focusing on what I'm doing and not having this idea that I have to get this done in an hour. I don't know why I thought that. There was no reason. I had the time, especially back then I had plenty of time. There was no reason for me to only spend 45 minutes on a piece, but for some reason I thought I had to do it fast. I have no idea why. None. Another thing that helped me to spend more time is once I saw the results of what happened when I did spend more time, and you could really see side by side, wow, that is a big difference. That is worth 8 hours of work versus 45 minutes of work. It was worth the extra work. And from then on out, it was easy for me to spend more time. I started realizing on anything, whether it be a painting or drawing, the more time I spent, the better it was probably going to look. That was just such a big lesson for me to learn. I have a frequently asked questions page over on my website. If you cannot find the answer to your question there is a section where you can submit your own question to be featured in one of these videos, and I will have a card pop up here. You can check that out. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, art Q&A videos every Thursday, and artist vlogs each weekend, and now live streams quite often. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of those, especially the live stream notifications, or you can follow me on any of my social media platforms, links below in the video description, where I will notify you when I do have those live streams. I'll see you guys in a few days.